Hi, my name is Tina and I'm a mute, so throughout this video, you will hear my text-to-speech translator. I hope you enjoy. Disclaimer, all these events might not be in order. My name is Tina and I am the Burning Bunny. 1 year ago, a mysterious stranger found me fishing in Runescape, a 20-year-old clicker game I, among many others, are addicted to. At this spot, I was asked if I wanted to make a deal and I accepted. What was the deal, you ask? I had to stand on this fire, right here, for 1 entire year. 30 seconds off a day was all I had, but as long as I was at my desk, I had to log in and stand on it. In return, I got 100 million old school gold. But what was the point behind it all? Why would I take such a bad deal? Well, at the time, I really didn't know myself. In fact, I didn't know until the very last day when this person messaged me. He told me who he was and what he did. I won't say out of privacy and respect, but I will tell you about what I learned. With the 100 million, I met a staker who goes to the duel arena often. He told me he'd give me some insider information, but I had to pay 80 million gold. I can't say what it was, as I am bound by my own word. As I stood there, I started to understand what Runescape was really about, what people did, and it brought me anything but happiness. It was sad to see such a great game in the past fall to what it is now, people trolling non-stop, grinding hours and hours doing the same thing while trying to give hate to others by calling them autistic for doing the same thing over and over, just like they are. The overall amount of childishness, it was too much. It was dark times, so I tried to make it better. I made a friends chat and invited a few people, and from there we grew. Good people joined, nice people, people who just wanted to help and chill with other people, not be the overall toxicness that is what Runescape calls a community. We grew, we became great. You can join under Druid Shaman if you want. We are still small, but we'd like to grow and we have big things planned. About this time, I had already been trolled, as many people call it. I has been impersonated by a person who went as far as to have similar names to mine, which at the time was Tina 12,421, and I lost my enjoyment for the game. It didn't help at all that Runescape endgame is for the most part grinding raids and going to God War's dungeon for the 1000th time. I sought out a new game, but bound by my word, still stay on that fire. But at that time, I got a false ban for macroing major, aka botting. I'm not entirely sure how I got it, as I never moved besides maybe a auto-clicker, which false bans are common among multiloggers, but that's for an upcoming video. At this time, I had gone from Tina 12,421 to Sans 12,421 and then to Fireflexer, as many people said I should make it about fire. All while being harassed almost day in and day out, my only savior being my friends and the friends chat I had made while also playing on my main. I had to make a new account, and thus, false ban fire was born. Later on, after lots of anger and all that, I did get unbanned. I made a huge fit on Reddit, as it seems Old School Runescape is basically 12, so I joined the club. After I was unbanned, I was happy. People doubted me, which is to be expected. But why unban a person you emailed saying you had proof for? Again, that's for another upcoming video. Around this time, I made more and more alts and tried new ways to play Old School Runescape, and it did rekindle that spark, and that spark made a flame that would not go out. I trained many accounts in various ways, trying out new methods along the way, all while progressing my main. About this time, I noticed a pattern at this river. Only 4 topics really came up: religion, politics, drugs, and crazy conspiracy theories that made no sense. I did start getting angry at the sheer stupidity that went on, and I went off on people. I noticed not many of them returned after that. I somehow became an idol at this place, some even called me a god. Every day, I got asked, "Why are you here? Can you move?" Got told I was annoying more than once, to say the least. It got old seeing people complain about clicking on a game where all you do is click. Once I started to point this out, people had no response. Wish I thought of this sooner. Since religion was a hot topic, I found a nice ring on the Grand Exchange for 10 million, which I bought and traded over from my main. What was this ring? It was the ring of nature, which turned me into a bush. Some people got the burning bush joke, some didn't, just another gag to my bag of many tricks. As I stood there, I saw many things. I saw many trolls, bots, 99, actual wholesome moments I thought were lost, all while progressing my main and doing research into various things. My flame did not burn low for a long time, until I got bored again. I did all the quests at that time, my grinds were just 99s, I lost interest for the game and I had just upgraded from a Windows XP 16-year-old hunk of junk to something a bit more modern, not the best but it had to do. As I wanted to play RuneScape, but more, I went to RuneScape 3, a continued version of Old School, so to speak. I quickly found most Old School players hate RuneScape 3 and most RuneScape 3 players hate Old School. But I got tired of going to the God Wars dungeon for the 500th time. RuneScape 3 did have more and I see why people don't like it, but at the same time, there are a lot of misconceptions about the game as it is now and what it was before, which for the third time, that's for another video. While doing this, I found smaller communities inside the massive RuneScape community. Interested in learning more, I went into some, and in the end, I'm thankful I did. I learned a lot more than I ever would have alone. Right now, the community I'm in is actually a streamer YouTubers, the guy with 38 Ver accounts which I'm sure some of you saw on Reddit. Sam or IPR, he is an insanely cool guy and a great multilogger. I suggest checking out his videos. I'll leave link to his channel in the description. He did not pay me anything to say this, I am simply giving back. Some of the highlights of my time were seeing Benson, the lovable attention seeker we all know and love, dressing in bright gold, and having a giant bright purple cake to catch your eye and turning into a pile of gold using the ring of coins to fool new players to the game. Another being the deal with it guy, a guy who would use many accounts to come and say the same racist things over and over, and if challenged, would say to come to Boston, which is impossible, then brag about how you'd do nothing. The nice I'm a big guy act, but that's all it really is, but act. I even went as far as to give out my address, and he claims it was the police station, which I then gave him the address to the police station, and let's just say he logged off real quick with his tail between his legs. The nightly attack of the Bronze was a big one, though after going into their Discord on more than one account, I found the real-world trade. The leader Majuro even will put you in jail and say you need to pay to get out. Actually, here's some screenshots. I'll be sending these to tip off at Jajix before the day is over as well. I'm still in there, despite him knowingly kicking one account and unknowingly kicking two others. I'll be around mass, don't you worry. The final highlight I'd have to say would probably be being able to meet a lot of the great people that I did. While most of you were some of the worst possible people I've ever seen in my 16 years of gaming, there were good people, and to those people, I do say thank you. But really, overall, the RuneScape community is just children who attempt to troll and whatnot, but in the end, you can't troll me, you can't hurt me, you can't do anything to me because I don't care and I never did. So for all of those who said I'm angry, I'm crying, all that stuff, please get help. You need it if logging onto a 20-year-old clicker game and trolling, as you call it, makes you happy. Re-evaluate your life, and coming from a person who stood on the fire for a year, that's honestly sad. Before I go, many people thought I was many other people, like Benson for example. But to show you I'm not only going to show you what I ran with screenshots, but also all my account names and what their purpose was. Happy gaming everyone, and for those flexers out there, keep on flexing and don't forget to subscribe to become part of the Flex Nation. Figured I'd leave it on a cringe note for you. Enjoy. Gemsbuck 1840 is my old school main and will be changing names soon. Skiller 12421 is my skiller and the account I made the deal on that fateful day. Dusk Mystic is a mage tank pure in progress. Druid Shaman is also a mage tank pure and the account that runs my clan. Tina 12421 is my account. I reclaimed the name after swapping to Fireflexer, not sure what I'm going to do with it. False Banfire is the account I made after Fireflexer got falsely banned. Air Flexer, H2O Flexer, Earth Flexer, Fire Flexer, Thunder Flexer, Ice Flexer, Time Flexer, Force Flexer, Wood Flexer, Light Flexer, Shade Flexer, Moon Flexer are all me under the 12 elements of nature. These accounts will be used for various reasons. Reflexer my RuneScape 3 main. Jesus 2ND coming would not fit and or was already taken. Now enjoy some screenshots I took while there. I'm going to go touch some grass.